Townsend, the pastor of the Word Evangelistic Church, where we are located at 10501 South Avenue, James, in Chicago, Illinois, where our Sunday morning services start at 12:30 p.m. and our Wednesday and Friday night Bible classes start at 8 o'clock p.m. If you need free pickup for any of our church services, give us a call, and we can pick you up for any of our church services for no charge. Also, our prayer lines are now open. We have live prayer warriors available to take your call for prayer. Give us a call if you need prayer. Also, I encourage you to write me, send me your testimony, send me your prayer request letter. Write me, Prophet Willie Townsend, P.O. Box number 128, Calumet City, Illinois, 60409. Also, you get all of our Wednesday and Friday Bible classes by going to YouTube every Wednesday and Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. and every Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. All right, we're going into the Word of God in the book of Psalms, the 62nd chapter and the 11th verse. That's Psalms 62 and 11. God has spoken once. Twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto God. Amen. That power belong unto God. Now, our lesson this morning will be on the powers that God possesses. The powers that God possesses. Man is spiritually blinded of the power that God possesses. They heard of God, but they're blind of his power. They have read about God, but they are blinded of his power. You got many people is reading this Bible every day, but they are blinded of the powers that God possesses. You got many Christians is blinded of the powers that God possesses. This is why they can pray but not trust him. This is why they can't put faith in God, because they are blinded from the powers that God possesses. A man that knows God, that got the knowledge of God, knows the powers that God possesses. This is why the Bible said, them that know God shall do exploits. This is why here that many Christians cannot put their faith in God or the Word of God, because they are spiritually blinded of the powers that God possesses. The reason why many Christians is blinded of the powers that God possesses, because they have no knowledge of God. There's a difference here of hearing who God is and you knowing who God is. There's a difference here of reading about what God have done than you knowing what God could do. you see what I'm talking about? Amen. This is why that many of us have no faith in God. This is why we have no confidence in God. This is why we have no get up and go in God. Because we have no knowledge of God. Here's the problem here. Now let me start with the first category here. They never been taught who God is and what God can do. They never been taught. There's a difference between reading and teaching. You see what I'm talking about? They have never went into the indebtment of the knowledge of God to see spiritually the power that God can possess, that God possesses. When a man knows the power that God possesses, he'll be quick to run to prayer. He'll be quick to call on God. When a man got the knowledge of God and knowing the powers that God possesses, that man is not in fear. That man is not depressed. That man is not worrying. Because he knows the powers that God possesses. This is why here, I'm a man here. Amen. I'm not worried over my health. You see what I'm talking about? I know the power that God possesses can heal this body, baby. You see what I'm talking about? This is why I'm not depressed. Because I know the power that God possesses, he could fix it. I know the power that God possesses, he can do anything, baby. Do you see what I'm talking about? Many of us, we need to get to know who God is. I understand. You've been reading, but how much in the Spirit are you reading with? I understand some of us been taught, but how much of the Spirit are you hearing of God? Do you see what I'm talking about? Amen. Yes, I told co-pastor yesterday, I said, I know why they don't come for prayer. They don't know who God is. They don't know the power that God possesses. I mean, if you knew the power that God possesses, won't you run to him?
You will, Lord. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, my teacher.
An act of you can't put faith in God if you don't know the power that he possesses. You see what I'm talking about? There's too many of us, all we know about is God. It's just like a stranger out there. You can know his name, but don't know nothing about him. I mean, there's a lot of y'all on TV. Y'all know my name, Prophet Willie Townsend. But you don't know nothing about me. Amen. You can see a person out there, you can know it, he can tell you his name. You don't know nothing about that person. It's the same with God. Many of us know the name God and Jesus, and we don't know nothing about God and Jesus. This is why you got so many of us saying we are saved. We are living defeated. This is why we living in fear. This is why we living depressed. This is why we living in sickness. This is why we living in mind demons. You see that? Why can't the devil put affliction on me? Why can't the devil afflict my body? Why can't the devil bring me a problem? What, the devil don't want me? I'm sure he do. You see what I'm talking about? I'm sure the devil want this Oreo cookie. You see what I'm talking about? But here's the thing. The devil know I got too much knowledge of God. I know the power that God possesses. That's what have me. It's not I got my head up of who I am. It's not I got my head up because of the thing that I possesses. I got my head up in the air because of who I know. You see what I'm talking about? Hold it there, baby. Some of y'all say I'm stuck on myself. You're wrong. I'm stuck on Jesus. I'm stuck on his power. Some of you all say the prophet walk around with his head up. Well, you need to ask me why I'm walking around with my head up. I'm walking around with my head up, not of what I got, not of me, but of who I know. You see what I'm talking about? That's what makes me feel good, because I'm part of the family. I'm part of him that got all power. That's what I'm talking about, baby. This is what we need to know here. We need to know the powers that God possesses in him. By knowing this will cause us to be more easier to put our faith in him and in his word. Look at the Christians that pray to God every day, and then look at all the promises of God that God promised us Christians. God done promised us Christians all of these promises. Why is it here, after God have promised us all of these promises in the Bible, why are we still depressed? After God have promised us all of these promises in the Bible, why are we still living in fear? After God has given us all of these promises in the Bible, Why is it so hard for us to put faith in God's promises? Well, I tell you why. Because of our lack of knowledge. Of not knowing the powers that God possesses in him. It can only be two reasons why a Christian doesn't have faith. Number one, no knowledge. No knowledge of God. No knowledge of the power that God possesses. Number two, another way of unbelief. Well, they believe that God got the power, but don't believe God to do it for them. They believe that God did it for the woman with the issue of blood. They believe that God had the power to heal the man that was blinded. Let me explain something to you here, honey. If I ask all of you all, do you believe that God had the power to heal the blind man in the Bible? You would tell me yes. Yes. If I ask you, do you believe that God had the power in the Bible to heal that woman with the issue of blood? What would you tell me? Yes. But when it comes down to you, that's where the unbelief come in. That holy, that's where the devil stops the knowledge of God at when it's dealing with us. That's when the devil starts blinding us of the powers of God, and that God will do it for us when it comes to us. Well, I tell you why I said that. You believe he did it for the woman with the issue of blood, did you? All right, when it comes down to you, you doubting. Prophet, I'm not doubting. You can tell you doubting through your works. You don't hold it. You don't believe that God will do it for you, but you believe he did it for the woman with the issue of blood. Well, what happened here, you can see it plainly. The devil don't have you blind from the miracles that Jesus did on other folk. The devil got you blinded from miracles that Jesus would do on you. You see what I'm talking about? This is why here. And you asked a question here. Prophet, why is it here that it happened in the Bible with blind Bartimaeus, with the woman with the issue of blood? Well, why is it happening in the Bible to these people, and I'm praying to God and it's not happening to me? Well, simply, you believe what God did to the Bible, but when it came down to you, the devil blinded you of you and got you in unbelief towards you. Don't you know, if you have the same measure of faith that you believed it that God did for the woman with the issue of blood that had it towards you, you would have ran to God for prayer. You'd have ran to God for help. Let me explain something to you here, honey. We have a problem here. This is why God's not healing a lot of us. He's not healing a lot of us. We having a problem here, and I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is we got faith in other folk, but not none in us.
Well said.
Prophet, what you mean? I got faith in other folks and none in me. I tell you what I mean. You got faith, amen, with the woman with the issue of blood that's in the Bible. That God healed her, that God had the power to heal her. You believe without any doubt that God healed the man, that healed the man's ankle bone. You believe that God had the power to feed 5,000. But you don't believe that God got the power to heal the one you. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Lord.
And the reason why here, because these people is gone. Satan not going to have you blinded to them.
That's true, prophet.
They dead and gone. But when it come down to you, remember now, you got arthritis, not blind Bartimaeus now. You see what I'm talking about? Remember now, you got the cancer, not the woman with the issue of blood. Therefore here, the devil will have you believing that God had the power to heal them and healed them. But when it comes down to you, they got the cancer. When it comes down to you, they got the high blood pressure. When it comes down to you, they got the arthritis. That's where the devil get busy at. And tries to rob you of your faith in you believing that God would do it for you as the same he did it for blind Bartimaeus. The Bible said God the same yesterday, today and forevermore. I'm the Lord thy God, I change not. This is why God not healing you, because of what you don't believe. Remember now, when Jesus walked in this town, he couldn't heal nobody because of what? Unbelief, baby. Baby, I told the devil, that's unfair. I told the devil, that's unfair what you're trying to do, Satan. I'm not going to let you get by with that. Devil, that's unfair. You mean to tell me you going to have me to read, you mean to tell me I read this in the Bible and I believe this? You didn't stop me from believing that. You didn't stop me from believing that God healed them. But when it come down to me, you going to try to doubt me into believing that God would heal me? Devil, that's not going to work. You see what I'm talking about? You read in the Bible that God healed the man at the pool. You read in the Bible that God healed the woman with the issue of blood. Yeah, and you believe that God did it, didn't you? But now when it came down to you or your family, remember now, that's the same God. Got the same power. But when it comes down to you, there's a defense of not believing that God would do, that God would heal me like he healed blind Bartimaeus. And the reason why that is there, because the devil worked it with you, because you living, he's not putting you unbelief with them, they dead. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Let me tell you what I told the devil, baby. I told the devil, get away from me, Satan. I get the same treatment from God as blind Bartimaeus got. I let the devil know, devil, I get the same treatment from God as the woman with the issue of blood got, baby. You see me healed, don't you? You see no sickness in my body, does you? You see what I'm talking about? Let me tell you what you're doing, baby. You letting the devil cheat you. He cheating you out of your healing.
That is so true, my teacher.
You letting the devil cheat you, amen, by blinding you of the powers of God toward you. You see what I'm talking about? The devil doesn't mind because you believe that God healed blind Bartimaeus. What effect that'll do for you? In order for that to take effect on me, I have to believe that the same God with the same power, with the same authority that healed blind Bartimaeus will heal me. I'm his child as well. That's what I'm talking about. All right, God bless you. I'm Prophet Willie Townsend, the pastor of the Word Evangelistic Church, where we are located at 10501 South Avenue J in Chicago, Illinois, where our Sunday morning services start at 12:30 p.m. and our Wednesday and Friday night Bible classes start at 8 o'clock p.m. If you need free pickup for any of our church services, give us a call now, and we can pick you up for any of our church services for no charge. Also, our prayer lines are now open. We have live prayer warriors available to take your call for prayer. Give us a call if you need prayer. Also, we encourage you get all of our Wednesday and Friday night Bible classes by going to YouTube every Wednesday and Friday at 9 o'clock p.m., and every Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. Until tomorrow morning, I'm Prophet Willie Townsend, the pastor of the Word Evangelistic Church. Until then, may God bless you.